Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Scammers are using AI to make romance fraud more believable than ever. And as Valentine's Day approaches, dating platforms are seeing a surge in romantic connections. So we're here to share how to spot a fake. We welcome back futurist and growth strategist Anne Ahola Ward. It is so nice to see you.
Thanks for having me back.
Well, I think a lot of us are familiar with the concept of a romance scam, but bringing AI into the equation can make it even harder to identify.
Absolutely. And these fakes are getting so good. Like, it's unbelievable how easily, like, very smart, educated people can be fooled by them. So don't feel badly if you've been taken in temporarily, just get out.
Right. It's unfortunate we have to even worry or think about this stuff, but you've got some great tips to help protect ourselves, beginning with maybe using AI to actually detect AI.
Well, this is not a perfect science. It is actually the more that we're seeing, the more we're seeing how that's not 100% reliable. Nothing really is. It's just sort of you got to use your common sense, but you also have to use your gut instincts, right? So if somebody's got profile photos that are a little too perfect and they have different backgrounds, for example, but they don't really change the face, like the face stays the same orientation, but then the background changes, that's a telltale sign of AI photos.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, and then what about just those images that really do look way too perfect to even be real?
Exactly. Is the lighting a little bit too glowing? Is this somebody who's, using AI to touch up a photo so they look a little bit better, or using it to write a bio so they look a little cooler? Or is this somebody who's just full on in a bot farm trying to scam you?
Right. Sometimes it might be just super obvious, like that image that we saw. Sometimes are people using it just to kind of maybe clean up some perceived flaws in their own photos?
Absolutely. I think a lot of women I know have been using AI to touch photos, professionally and personally. So seeing that in an app in and of itself is not a sign. There definitely are other signs, I think, that are bigger, more prominent red flags, like, trying to push you off of the app really soon.
Mm.
And from what I've been able to tell in my research, the free apps tend to be worse than the paid apps in terms of scammers and fake profiles, because there's a lower barrier to entry.
That's a good thing to think about. Okay, so what about something like thinking about watching for repeat romance scams? Are there sort of typical playbooks people will go to over and over again?
Absolutely. There is a phenomenon known as love bombing, where the person comes on so strong, they're telling you everything you want to hear, they're repeatedly giving you compliments, and it's almost too much. Love bombing is just another sign of, okay, is this really a real person? Is this somebody who's trying to manipulate me? It could be either, honestly. But shifting to private messaging too soon is definitely something that could lead to extortion or blackmail. They might want to get photos of you and then turn around and use those photos. But my friend Stacy actually had a great tip. She subscribes to whitepages.com for $6 a year and does reverse lookups on phone numbers when she goes off app, just to kind of get whatever background information she can, which was simultaneously very clever but also very sad that she felt she had to.
Exactly. Yeah, such a simple solution, but sometimes that's the easiest way to get what you're looking for. Okay, so what about a scenario where we're talking about Valentine's Day coming up? Maybe the person you're speaking with is trying to convince you to buy something super quickly, like there's fast shipping, you can get this deal by Valentine's Day. That might be a red flag to watch out for.
Oh, absolutely. Anybody that's sending you, links asking for money, telling you they work in finance or that they have a background in crypto, those tend to be a prelude to a financial conversation, which is not something that's appropriate in a dating scenario very early on. Or talking about financial problems, hoping that you might be a nice person and send them money. Don't believe what you're reading.
And you and I have talked,
There's no way.
of course, of course. You and I have talked before about not using your social or email login to go to a brand new website because they're just going to have all your information right away. So if somebody's asking you to do that on a dating site, still the answer is going to be no.
Absolutely. And there's actually been a rise in fake matchmaking companies promising to do matchmaking in real life. And so to get you started, they need your real life information, your name and your address and your phone number. And that's not necessarily true. If you haven't met them, if they want to meet in person, then give them that information in person if it's a real business. But matchmaking company scams is the new twist on it, just in time for Valentine's Day,
Wow.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, and so then if you want to look up this company and see if they're reputable, don't trust immediately that quick AI summary of information that you're going to get.
Absolutely. Those AI overviews have been used and gamed for fraud. Fake support numbers where you're giving your financial information for a bank or a credit card company. Go to their website. Go to the business's website before you start giving information and look up the phone number on that website. Even if it's not for dating, you can still use that reverse phone number lookup and see if it's linked to any known scams.
Yeah, might take you a couple of extra clicks, but definitely worth it to save yourself from a lot of heartache and maybe financial hurt down the line, too.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always nice to chat with you.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay, we'll have these tips and more about Anne on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.